everybody, it's Lisa again. As this beautiful Monday draws to a close, I want to take a minute and just touch base with everybody and ask you guys to join me with something. My whole channel is about breaking the silence. And that's actually today's topic, is breaking the silence. Depression should not be something you deal with behind closed doors, by yourself, alone. It's something that people need to talk about. You need to share about. You need to be vocal about it and let people know you're dealing with it. Someone today, actually it happened yesterday, said to me, we don't talk about depression. It's a private, personal thing that we don't share with others. And today, I'm breaking the silence. Today, I want you to know, no, it's not something that's private. It's not something you deal with behind closed doors. It's something you share with others, and you let people know you are struggling, that you are dealing with this, that it's something you're having a hard time with. If you don't have someone to turn to, I'm here for you. I know how hard it is. I know how difficult it is to get up every day and to get dressed and put a necklace on and feel fancy. I know how hard it is sometimes just to get your clothes on, just to get out of the bed. I know those struggles. It's so important, though, that you have someone to turn to, that you don't deal with it alone, that you don't deal with it by yourself, that you have somebody to go to or a group of people to go to and just voice, hey, this is a problem. Sorry, my camera's all funky today. And just voice that you have a problem, that you're struggling. It's okay to say you need help. It's okay to say, I'm having a hard time right now. It's okay to say, today sucks. It's okay to say, this month sucks. But you gotta find something to be positive about. And believe me, it may be the little things. My daughter got herself up for school one day, and that was the only thing I could find positive about the day. And some days will be like that. Some days it will just be, hey, you got out of the bed. I get it. But please join with me. Please join with me in breaking this silence. Not just about depression, about anxiety, about domestic violence. Don't keep those things covered up. Talk about them. For my rape, when I was raped when I was 20, the hardest thing ever for me has been to talk about it. But I also know that when I do talk about it, I heal. Every time I heal a little bit more. And yeah, it's some deep stuff. Used to be, I didn't want anybody to know anything about any of the struggles I've had. You want everybody to have a fancy picture of you, that everything is hunky-dory. It's not. It's not. Everybody has struggles. Everybody has things they're going through. Everybody has trials and tribulations. Mine may be different than yours. That doesn't make mine any harder or any more difficult or any better or worse. They're just different. It's just different. But don't be silent about it. Break the silence. Don't let someone try to stifle you or tell you you shouldn't discuss things. Don't do it. Don't let them. When you share something, it's not about how it feels to the other person. It's how it feels to you and how real it is to you. Somebody else may not have a problem with, say for instance, I'm a dog person. Somebody else may not be a dog person. Somebody else may not have kids. So for them, looking at you, they may say, or looking at me, for instance, I have 2 crazy kids. I would never have kids because I see the struggles you're going through. Okay, well, that's okay. But I'm struggling with a teenager who's having a difficult time. I'm struggling with whatever it is that you're struggling with. Our struggles are different. Our paths are different. But that doesn't mean that you have to be silent about things that you're having a hard time with. It doesn't. And it doesn't mean that there aren't people out there that will listen. If you don't have an outlet, or if you don't have people to turn to, find someone. Leave me a comment and say, hey, I need to chat. Or, hey, I'm really having a hard time. I don't have anybody to turn to. I post my email address on here. Send me an email. Put a comment and just say, hey, check your emails, because I don't get notifications and I don't always check it. So send me a message down below and just say, hey, I sent you an email. Check it out. That's all you have to say. I do hope everybody had a happy Halloween, and I forgot to mention it on my video yesterday, but I do hope everybody had a happy Halloween. And just real quick, I want to share a quick little tidbit about Halloween, and something that uplifted me that day, and something that just made me feel good. With our church, we have little cards sometimes that they pass out, the missionaries for our church hand out, and my daughter went to somebody's home, and they were handing those out. It had a picture of the Savior on it, and it had a piece of candy stuck to it, and it just made our day, and it just made us feel so good, and just uplifted us that day, and it had us find something positive in a day that people are like, oh, trick-or-treating, you know, that's some people say, you know, that's of the devil. That's not my personal belief, and that's okay. If that's your belief, that's okay. But it made it into a very personal, I have hiccups, and very spiritual experience. So it was really neat to have that little bit of sunshine as my daughter was out trick-or-treating, and she called me because I wasn't with her that day, and she called me and she's like, Mom, oh my gosh. She wasn't excited about anything else, just that little card, and it meant so much to her. So it was pretty awesome. So we got to find beauty in the littlest of things, and just whatever brings to your day, brings to you and makes your day happier and makes your day brighter. Find something positive in that. This is going to be a short video and a short update today. I just wanted to get out here and tell people, please help me in breaking the silence. Help me in spreading the word about talking about depression, talking about anxiety. If you've been raped, talk about it. If you have, I've got some funky curls going on here. Anyway, if you have ever been in a domestic violence or domestic abuse relationship, talk about it. It's okay. Talk about it. And like I said, if you don't have somebody to talk about it with, that's why I created this forum. That's why I created this channel, is because I want people to talk about it. The more we talk about it, the more we can look up, and the more we can let it go. And not let it go as in forget it, because you're never going to forget it. You're never going to forget it. However, it's so that it doesn't control us anymore. And for so long, those things have controlled me. And going through my counseling now, it's very freeing. It's very freeing because it lets you see what is controlling you and what is holding you down. And as I said, my weight is definitely an issue, and that's something that I am trying to work on, and I will be having some assistance with that soon. So please join me, because hopefully I won't always be this large. But it's okay. Like I said, it's okay. That's a struggle of mine. I admit it. I know I have it, and it's not easy, but it's okay. Let's break the silence. I don't know what you're struggling with, but if you are struggling with something, leave a comment right down below. Right down there, it says comments. Click on it, then a box will appear. Type in something. Doesn't matter what it is. Type in something you're struggling with. Even if it is, I drink Coke too much, or I smoke cigarettes, or I chew chewing gum too much, which my best friend struggles with that. Don't you, girl? I'm calling on you. You know who I'm talking to. She'll eat a whole pack at a time, but that's okay. That's a struggle she has. Whatever it is, you're struggling with pain, some health issues. You are struggling with depression. You are struggling with anxiety. You are struggling with someone in your life that just isn't good for you and that you're having a hard time getting away from them. Whatever it is, everybody has struggles. And it's okay to talk about them. But the biggest one that I'm finding that people are like, oh my gosh, why are you talking about depression? Because depression is real. Depression and anxiety are scary. They're absolutely the scariest things. Well, not as quite as bad and scary as my cancer was, but it's scary. It's a scary thing because unlike with cancer, there's a cure. Well, not always, but most of the time. And you have a treatment plan and you have a path that you are headed on to hopefully get you in either to go home to our Heavenly Father or to get you in a better place. Well, with depression, yeah, there's medicine, but believe me, I'm on medicine. It doesn't always work. And there's days where it's much worse than others. So, there's not really a cure for it. But the Lord can help us through all things and help us cope with those things and help us to have people to rely on. And He puts people in our paths to help us. We just have to be able to open up and break the silence and say, I'm struggling. Help me. Be there for me. Be a friend. Lean on me. Love me. Whatever it is, we have to be able to break the silence and say, I have a problem. Please help me. And I know personally, people message me or they talk to me and they're like, hey Lisa, what can I help you with? What can I do for you? And this is a whole nother video in and of itself, but for me, when I have so much on my plate already and I'm already struggling with so many things, my answer is always, oh, nothing, I'm okay. It's not true. It's not truthful. At all. It's not truthful. But it's easier to say that than say, oh my gosh, you got 5 hours? Let's sit down and talk. So, if you ever hear me say, no, I'm okay, it's a lie. But I may not know what to say to break that silence. So let's all work together to try to break the silence. Please, please, please. There's a little red button right down here and it says subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. The only way for us to spread the word and for more people to come to this channel is when you hit that right there, that subscribe button, and share it with your friends. Be sure to comment down below something you're struggling with. And until next time, let's look up and let go together. Everybody have a great day. Have a great night.